Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the latest episode of the Grapple Gurus. I'm your host for today, the Dazzler. Joining me today is the man who curses the WWE every week. He's very, very nice. He's very, very evil. We gotta love that Roinkhausen. It is Roink the Clown.
Yeah, very, very, very pleased to be here. There's a lot to talk about and a stacked AEW Dynamite this week, and even less stacked or entertaining Disney. But yeah, pleased to be here.
Oh, I feel like because WWE wasn't as stacked this week, there's even more to talk about because you can cuss it. But anyway, joining us today is the man of 1,004 trolls. He is the Ayatollah of hip hopola. He is the Lionheart himself. It is the first boss. How you doing, son?
I'm really good, especially with the Jericho references because, finally, you got them right. Appreciate
I felt
that.
bad because I think I watched some old episodes and I've done you dirty with some of your entrances. So, do you know what? I'll give you a bit of Y2K. It's fine.
Take with one hand.
Sorry.
I'm giving one take with the other.
Conspicuous by his absence. He's still reeling by Orton's savage RKO or jelly roll. He's grieving. He's got a big Xavier Wood hat on as we speak because he's so sad about Orton. Here's Double A. He's not with us this week, unfortunately. He went on holiday and couldn't watch any wrestling because he's not really
Apparently
good. And that's fine. That's fine. That's
he
cool.
was scouting for NXT Budapest or something like that. I don't know. He was
He just knew Disney's been whacked and just decided, nah, not this week, which is
so
fine.
I think this week I'll go to you first, Roink. There's something you wanted to talk about.
Go ahead,
sir.
No, thank you. No, there's a few things. As you touched on in the intro, I think there's some good stuff and some stuff to talk about in AEW. But I think I'll be remiss as we lead up to Disney Mania that we don't talk about the build up to that. And I think in order to talk about the build up for that, I think let's talk about Disney Mania 41. And I want to go through something between you two guys, if that's okay.
This is because how a good wrestling should be. Like back in the day, you work from one WrestleMania to the next, and you have like a year storyline. So where they were 41 to 42, and how they've gone up and down, I suppose. Is that what you mean? Where were the stories?
Absolutely. You're spot on. So,
before you do that, sorry, before, because just quickly on Dazzler's point, like you said, it's like seasons, isn't it? WrestleMania is the end of a current season, and a culmination, and it starts again. But a lot of people's story concluded at 41. They're not expected to then move on to 42, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you're right, and that's why sometimes they've got the Raw after Mania. That's supposed to be the scene as a season
like the
premiere.
big reset.
But I suppose what I'm intrigued to know from you guys, and perhaps you can, maybe I'll format it is whether they're a hit or a miss. Yeah, so I want to give you the match card, and I'll ask you the opponents whether you think they're a hit or a miss, and then I suppose where you feel they are for WrestleMania 42, if that makes sense. The plans for them. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah. Are you high or low?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, we'll see if people have fallen or whatever. Yeah.
So we go for match one, right? This opened up night one for WrestleMania 41. And this was for the World Heavyweight Championship. This was Jey Uso who defeated Gunther. So
wait, was that the first match, by the way?
That was the first match, 16 minutes.
Slightly. Okay.
So Jey, Dazzler, hit or miss?
Well,
a year later.
For me personally, it was a miss when he got the title anyway. But I understand I don't speak for everyone. But where he was then, you have to say, if you've just won the World Championship against Gunther, then you are now a side piece in Roman Reigns' story. And okay, I will caveat though by saying, I feel like he will be bigger things on the Monday after Raw. I feel like he's going to betray Roman Reigns in the match against Punk because they're doing a lot of stuff, nuances about who's the real tribal chief, and he made Roman beat Punk up on Raw, so he got a heel turn possibly in the making coming up, and it's not eating all over people's faces as much as he used to. So therefore, you can't. You have to say you've gone downhill after you've won the world title. But if you only had it for 6 weeks, then it's a miss. It's a miss. Long way of saying a miss.
So
it's more
Jay
of a miss
is a miss.
For Gunter, though. Yeah.
So Jay's a miss. So Dazzler, I suppose I'll ask you the opponent then, Gunther.
Oh, that's insane.
Hit or miss?
His year's been a hit, but how is he not on the card at Mania when you have 2 nights? Like, you are the guy who's supposed to be powerbombing people at their boots and just powerbombing their careers. And now you're not on the card. So I don't know. I mean, I think Gunter's been a hit because I love Gunter and I'm biased, but he has to be in a permanent spot of some sorts. So I don't know. I would say middling. He's maintained his prestige, but he should be on the card, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. I feel like this is someone that you had beat the GOAT. Cena, you had him beat AJ Styles. Rumor and innuendo suggests that he's supposed to retire.
Don't forget Goldberg, bruv. Don't forget Goldberg.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. So rumor and innuendo is he's supposed to beat Rey Mysterio, but Rey got injured. But you'd like to think they could have pivoted and done something for him.
Well, can't they just get someone they're going to release anyway and just say, just retire him as well? So,
yeah. All right, first boss. This is a hit or a miss for you. Match 2. This is the New Day and the Raw Raiders for the Tag Team World Championship. 9 minutes.
Take a liberty, bro.
New Day or miss. Even this is, I think they were heels. Weren't they, for this?
New Day were, weren't they? Yeah,
they probably were. Yeah. They've been heels for a while now. I think they've remained exactly the same. Okay, they're on a card at WrestleMania last year,
with the titles.
With the titles, but I think their place hasn't gone up or down. Like, yes, they held the titles last year, but they weren't like they've held the titles many times, and they might even hold it again. But they're just that team that you can give it to when you need to take it off. It's not. I don't think their position in the card has moved up or down. War Raiders, you could argue they're now a miss. They've gone. Would you be surprised if they were released in the next round of releases? Probably not.
They got bullied by Obafemi a couple Raws ago, didn't they?
There you go. 2-1.
Oh, you have to say gone down then, bro.
Yeah. So War Raiders is definitely a miss, and
they're a main event of Voice Peace.
Yeah, New Day. They are where they are in it. They're just...
I think the heel turn was a miss as well, I think, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you say that. Wish Double A was there, because, like, when it first popped, it was, oh, wow, it looked so promising. So promising.
Especially when...
just for me. But yeah.
No, it was.
Oh, sorry, first boss, it looked great, innit?
Yeah, no, it was. Especially when Xavier Woods' parents said he's a disgrace and he was getting cussed by his mum and his sister, and then the Big E angle. They really flopped with the Big E angle.
I agree.
I think they could have made that Big E stuff so much more rather than just a one. He come back, I'm going to be your manager. No, you're not. Go away. And he went, all right. Hadn't seen him since. Obviously, he's on his little pre-show thing, but he hasn't been seen on...
And just,
you know what I mean?
Just to that point, sorry, I've got to talk about that bit. It's not like this is a guy who we're grabbing and we're going to have him on the show for this one segment. Meanwhile, he's there, he's doing little, I think he does the intro for Stephanie's podcast. He's on these pre-shows. No. So he's a paid talent, right? So
wait, why are you listening to Stephanie's podcast when you hate the product so much?
Mate, it's the algorithms. But well, the thing is, this is someone you could have actually inserted into the New Day storyline to make him more of a heel to go over. Okay, thanks for that. First boss.
Yeah, but what can he do though? Like, can he do any physicality?
Chelsea Green. Doing Chelsea Green on him.
Don't ever compare him to Chelsea Green.
Exact. But
okay,
Chelsea Green's doing
physicality stuff. Yeah, you're right. The physicality stuff we don't know. It would have been good to see.
No, I think he's retired. I think he's officially retired, by the way.
But what I mean is, you can protect. Like Bret Hart took a bump when he was retired. I'm saying it can be done.
Ricky Morton took a spike
all the time. So, and even worse than that. So did Christian.
Yeah.
But that's another story altogether.
That's good. Okay, go.
Match three, night one.
But just quickly, just quickly to round it off. Big E could have done something. He could have been a manager for another team. He could have been week in, week out, feuding with them on the mic. Brought 2 new other talents to say, I don't need you, I need them, or they could have brought someone else to say, we got a new freeway, we don't need you. They could have done more, in my opinion. So I think that storyline was a miss, but they are where they are. But carry on, move on.
So match 3, this one's for Dazzler. This is Jade Cargill and Naomi.
Why are you giving me this one? Why are you giving me this one, bro?
I'm just going down the match order, okay? Don't criticize Disney. This is Disney's creative booking, all right?
I believe so. Personal feelings about Naomi aside, I believe she still will be a massive hit when she comes back.
Caution.
I am a heel. So, like, she got pregnant. So what can we do? Like, she won the belt. She's in a better place than she was prior to that WrestleMania, because if you think about it, she won the belt. She cashed in. She won Man in the Bank. So she's going to be, especially when anyone comes back, you get an instant pop. Whatever you do with that pop and that wave is what you do with it. But she's in a better place, and it's undeniable Jade Cargill's in a better place. She's one of the main events, and I don't believe there's more than one main event, but she's one of the main events, as they would say, of WrestleMania, defending her belt. So both of them are on the upswing.
Yep, okay.
Yeah,
no, I respect that. The next one, this is for you first, boss. Match 4, 10 minutes. This is for the United States Championship. This is when Jacob Fatu beat LA Knight. Jacob Fatu, hit or miss a year later, and LA Knight, hit or miss a year later.
Jacob Fatu, you would say, if it weren't for that injury, he'd probably be a lot higher on the card, I think. I think he had a bit of an injury, but that hasn't stopped him. They're still high on him.
I need to ask you a question about that statement. Unreal. I was chatting to Roink about this before.
Yeah.
Where there's only the same amount of slots, how could you be much higher on the card unless you're going for a championship?
Maybe he would have.
You reckon?
I don't know, but maybe he would have. Maybe he would have been in the title picture. Maybe
but this is this is an upper level feud, though.
Yeah.
You can't unless the belt.
That's what I'm saying. So the feud he's got at the moment is big for McIntyre. It's
unreal. Just on that point, if I may, apologies. I feel like with Jacob, when he won this US title, and I personally feel he was a lot hotter back then than he is now. This is my personal opinion. And I feel if we were discussing this, me and Dazzler, I think he lost it to Solo. I think it was SummerSlam. Yeah. And I can't even remember whatever happened to that story. He sort of just pivoted. And then I think Drew started having a bee in his bonnet on like the bloodline or my family. So it was like the bloodline hunter or something like that. And then
but he
go on.
Fatu cost him the title to maybe a Sami Zayn or something. But like first boss, you remember this back in the days. Like if you're IC level and you have to drop the belt to someone, say you were Austin and you have to drop it to Rock, or you have to give it away to Rock, you have to do whatever. You don't come back and get your comeuppance to win the belt back, because to drop the belt to someone means you're going up to the next level. Because I think back in the day, Bret Hart, God's sake, lost the Intercontinental belt to the Mountie. He never went back to get like comeuppance, because I think he probably beat him up in a segment on Superstars. But you've moved up now. You're like going into the world level to challenge Ric Flair. Fatu couldn't keep battling him for the US, but he cost him the title, and that's his comeuppance, I suppose.
I agree.
That's my
Absolutely. He's moved beyond. But the problem is, I agree with what you're saying, Dazzler, but the problem is, and we've had this conversation on this pod before as well, I am personally annoyed by the whole, you can challenge for the world. This is my problem with LA Knight, and there's a number of people that fit into this category. 1 minute, you're the US champ. Next minute, as you said, you drop the US belt, and that's below you now because you're in the main event scene. But then you go back and win the Intercontinental title. Then you come back and you challenge for that world title. Then you go back and then you go for the US title. Like, how many times has Sami Zayn gone for a world title, IC title, US title, back up, back down, da-da-da? It's crazy. Like, they don't have that. I agree with you. Once, back in the day, once you left that IC division and you were elevated, you never went back. There were a couple of occasions where you said, like, you might drop it. Like, Mr. Perfect held the IC belt a few times. Jericho held the belt multiple times before he went up. And then he kind of stayed in that world division. Even then, he moved back down. Like, they did.
Well, I think Jericho is one of the first ones to do it, though, where...
Probably, yeah.
He came back down, but this is when I wasn't really watching it too tough. We're talking like mid-2000s to late 2000s, where he was like, lest we forget, the man of 1,004 holds was the first
undisputed champion.
Undisputed champion.
Yeah.
But then there was he was on the first
Stone
people who
Cold
went back
and Rock in one night
on the same night. Jesus Christ! But like, yeah, he did come back to win the IC, and then he broke records of having the most. But I guess, back in the day, it didn't happen. But now, like, Sami Zayn has not ever won it, so therefore,
no, and neither is LA
you
Knight.
can challenge.
But they challenge,
you can go back.
and they come back down. They challenge and come back down. One of the very first examples, but I know why they did it, because it was storyline, is when Triple H was the game dominating world champion, and he went, I'm going to take Jeff Hardy's Intercontinental title just so I can be two-man power trip. And I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Leave the IC the belt alone for them, man. Now, like, why are you? But I understand.
But it had to be the two-man
storyline's sake. Yeah, for storyline's sake, it was like, we can have all the gold. There's nothing you can do about it. I get it. So there's times when it should work. But like, I guess going back, so Jacob, he had to leave that US title. Yeah, he didn't need to go. He forget Solo. He's done with that. He's moved on. They want to establish himself as away from that. You're fighting Drew. Drew took him out in storyline purposes. So you're coming back for that. You've got to pay that off. You're in this high level feud. But it wouldn't surprise me if he goes back and fights for the US title at some point. Before he wins a world title.
I think you're right with that one.
But I think a little caveat there as well was obviously, on SmackDown, Sami Zayn won a US title of Kamala Hayes. So like, and Trick Williams was the reason it happened. With one of did you see it, bro? Like,
of course he did.
Where, the way it happened. So Trick Williams was supposed to be trying to gain, and it was the most bait. Like, there's no way he didn't. Like, they mistimed it. He just punched him in the head with a microphone. Like, Kamala Hayes has got, oh, bang. It's like, it looked like he was trying to help him win it. But anyway, so now it's Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. And if Trick Williams wins it, which I think he should, at WrestleMania, then Fatu wouldn't be a bad shout to go after, but then I think that would be demotion. As you say, it wouldn't make sense. Yeah. He has to at least challenge for the title first, get murked, and then come back down. But then that just looks like you're not good enough.
But then, it depends on the outcome of the main event, because he would also, see, this is where he's in that position. He's also a credible challenger to Cody. If it's Cody. All right, so you could put him in that first feud as well.
He's got beef with Cody anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like you said, he's in that position where...
Yawning. You talk about too much WWE.
No, at all. All right, Dazzler, LA Knight. No, Dazzler, sorry. First boss, still the same match. LA Knight, hit or miss?
Move smoother.
Oh, okay. I think...
Well, what more needs to be said? We've said it on this pod before. Like, I know Double A is, when he comes out, he's doing all that. LA Knight, he's cheering, he's going, he's doing all of that in his bedroom and stuff. He loves it. I get it. But what's he done?
Yeah, he's been a mess.
He's in and out. He disappears. He comes in. He gets upset. Yeah. Triple H hates him.
Has he got a Mania? Has he got a Mania match yet?
Nope.
Brock Lesnar.
Wow.
Nope.
Okay. So match 5. This is for Dazzler. This is the Chad Gable version of El Grande Americano versus
down. Next
versus
Phoenix.
Down. Put some music down some more.
Yeah, I agree. I think.
Wait. Let me caveat it. Sorry. On Unreal, we were talking before. You can't look. If someone gets injured, it's not really a failed storyline or this or that, the other. The person who's done best out of this is Ludwig Kaiser, because you lot don't watch it, but at NXT, it's so funny. All the the Americanos were on there, and they're supposed to be heels. They are so over. It's ridiculous at NXT. And then when I saw them come up to SmackDown again, people were cheering them. Like, they love this new Americanos group.
That's why I was like...
Did you see last week's SmackDown? It was the original Americano versus Ludwig Kaiser Americano. They were cheering for Ludwig. And they were booing Chad Gable when he's faced with that gimmick has gone downhill for him. Mm-hmm. So he just needs to be Chad Gable again. But he got injured, so it's not really fair to say he's a failed this, a failed that. It's an injury.
Okay.
The only American that counts is Ludwig now. He's over with it. Almost as over as Kit Wilson. Gone.
No. And Ray then.
Yeah, miss.
Yeah,
You don't need to. No, nothing more.
Nope. NA, not applicable. Who cares? Next. Delete.
Okay, cool. This one's for First Boss. This is the penultimate match on night one before the main event. This is Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. This was for the Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton, First Boss.
Yeah, exactly. You can't call her a miss. No way.
She had a dominant year.
Yeah, she's had a very good year, and you can't say it's a miss. Is she in the world title picture right now? No, but there's reasons behind that. There was that injury. Obviously, she held the belt for a long time, and she's still quite heavily featured now she's come back. So, yeah, no, you can't say, no, I wouldn't say that's a miss. I don't know if there's a separate category for remaining the same, as I said before, with New Day, or if not, then I'll keep it as hit then.
Can I just challenge that, though? Because on Unreal with Dazzler, we were talking about Tiffany, and I think creative and maybe the fan base, the Disney fans, anticipated this Tiffany-Charlotte Flair match to be a good match. And Dazzler, by his own admission, enjoyed the match, right?
I think it was a great match.
Now, I don't know whether creative hurt it, because I think they put Tiffany in and she was supposed to be the brat. But then, and Charlotte Flair returned back at Royal Rumble, big pop, and all of a sudden it went from there to there, talking about, that's why your man's in my DMs and blah, blah, blah. And I feel like...
She lost her head.
I feel like Tiffany beating Charlotte Flair, night one, Mania, penultimate match, should have pushed her to the moon. But actually, I feel like, and I take a point about the injury, she lost the title to Jade at Saturday Night Live, and Jade can barely have a match. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but she lost it like 8 months later, but sorry.
Yeah, it's true.
First boss, go. I want to see what you say.
Yeah, but go on,
say near the same thing as I say. Go on.
Yeah, go on.
So do you believe that her beating Charlotte Flair should have pushed her to the moon? That's boss.
Are you talking to me? I thought you were talking to me.
Yeah. That's what he asked me earlier, and he asked you just now. So it's like, I want to see if you said the same thing that I said in Unreal.
Yeah. Her beating should have pushed her to the moon. Well, being the world champion is kind of pushed to the moon. I don't know what more, like you just said. She had a dominant 8-month run. She ended up losing the belt, to Jade. They wanted to move with that storyline. I got no problem with it.
Do you think?
I don't think it was a punishment to lose the belt after 8 months, or it was a flop.
No.
Jey Uso's run was a flop. Her run isn't
Damien
a flop.
Priest probably a flop as well, I'd say.
Damien Priest run. Now, some may argue, when it all said and done, Jade's run may end up being called a flop. I don't know. We'll see when it's all said and done. But as it currently stands, Tiffany's run has been better than Jade's.
So question, I suppose. Do you feel that when they brought Tiffany in, because she had the look and the attire and this and the other, do you think that they thought this lady's gonna be a star? And when I mean star, I'm saying sort of Becky Lynch,
Yes.
Not even real, but yeah. Do you feel that
star
she's
is one of the top stars? Multiple,
exactly.
Like Liv Morgan.
Yeah,
multiple
100%.
titles.
Well, she is.
And it is gonna and that's gonna happen. Yeah. There's no reason to say that wouldn't happen.
I don't think you're not really seeing what happened in the timeline. When she came in, she came in quite high profile, push, but she wasn't a low carder. So the only problem is, First Boss, we were saying earlier about the women's division is you're either going for the world title, you're going for US or Intercontinental, or you're in a tag division.
Yeah,
otherwise, you're in backstage segments. There's not that much to do. There's only certain amount of slots. Or you're going to another girl going, hey man, you okay? Like Io Sky, for example. She's top level, but there's nowhere for her to be at the moment. So she's just backstage trying to say, oh, Kyrie, you need to... Yeah, there's not that much room.
We've said that on the pod as well, We've said there's, I think I went through it. Remember, I went through this with AA because he's the defender of the stat WWE Women's Division. And I was saying to you, at some point, all of them, we could name, nearly every one of them that's either a world title or been in a world title picture. They're all kind of, like you said, they're all there or they're not. And then the tag team champions are normally just two, like Rhea and Io, they need something to do, or Nia and Lashley, they need something to do, or like Charlotte and Alexa, we just give random, because we need them to do something. So they're either challenging for the world titles, as you said, chucked in the tag division, maybe going for these mid-card titles. And if you're not in that bit, then that's it.
Or someone's friend backstage, that sort of thing. That's it. Like you're going, bang.
And Tiffany, they will always find something for her to do.
I think if you think about it, Roink, Tiffany's rise was like, she came in with she was having some decent matches, and then it was Elimination Chamber before the Mania 41 is when they actually realised, oh, hang on. Like, I think before that, she was getting massive cheers. She didn't win the Elimination Chamber, if you remember. But she was getting cheered out the building. And then when she got eliminated, everyone was going, boo! Like, they went, oh, okay. And that's when her ascent really started.
All of that.
And if you think about it, she's still a heel. She's a spoiled brat, and she doesn't do anything fake. She goes, whose time is it? It's my time. And everyone goes, yeah! Bit like the Rock, really, like on Stone Cold. She's not changed her attitude.
Okay.
But I want her to get with Chelsea Green and become like a sick, bratty tag team, because they're sort of hinting at it, but go on.
Yeah, you did mention that, to be fair.
I want that.
All right, so Dazzler, this one is, you've got the main event now, Dazzler. This is the end of night one. This is the triple threat.
Okay.
This is Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, CM Punk. So in order, Seth Rollins, hit or miss?
Well, I don't think this is a fair one. I think this is a caveat, because it would have been a hit, because the man won it.
Would have been a hit. Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, I think it's middling now. Middling. I don't think it's a flop. You can't say, I don't think an injury is a flop. Because if we go down this what-if world of the Marvel multiverse, basically... No, hang on. Look, you asked for a question.
Managed to solve an injury, but you're gone.
Yeah, but how many other injuries were implicated in Stone Cold? It's just him. Seth Rollins was injured, but Braun gets injured, and like this trickle of the multiverse, the DC multiverse, is like, so it was a great little twist for me when Heyman tells on both of them. He starts the vision, so he wins that match, and then you forget he goes on having that little injury as well, and then winning the belt of Punk at SummerSlam, and it's like, this is all great stuff. This is all going on the up and up and up and up. Then he actually gets injured again. But he has his crew. So Bron Breakker would have been like, to me, when he comes back, he's top level already. A bit of steam's off him, but because he'll come back, people will cheer. He got injured. Bronson Reed got injured. Now the Vision looks like two whack. They look like a whack tag team. Yeah, B team. They don't have the proper music, innit? They go, they got that shit music, right? So like, I like the Vision. I like Logan Paul. I like Austin Theory, but you're not the Vision. Like, without the main players, you're not the Vision. So it would have been a hit. I think a massive hit. He probably would have held it till next year. Who knows?
Oh, he would have. Yeah, I think he would have held it into this.
Possibly, yeah. So like,
probably for Bron, a Bron Breakker program.
Yeah, Bron, and then leading into a Bron Breakker program. Yeah,
100%. So I think it's unfair to say it's a flop, and it's not an experiment before you say it. Look, he's not injured. Shit happens, but it's been okay. Middling.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so Roman Reigns, Dazzler. Roman Reigns
down. I think down, because I didn't really.
I'd agree.
He's still top guy. He's still getting better cheers. But for me personally, I think about his last year. I'm like, so you got your shoes jacked a couple of times, like you said. What else have you done?
And he lost that feud.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? The Australian Street Fight.
And that's when he went, I'll see you guys at Christmas. He bowled, like, he told the Usos, I'm gone.
I don't really think he's done anything.
No,
there's
just
nothing.
They won the Royal Rumble.
Cussing Phil and calling him
that's
old.
Not, yeah, but that's not canon. That's Saudi Arabia Royal Rumble isn't canon. But yeah. So he won a filler episode of Naruto. So cool. I would say he's still a top guy. For me, my opinion of him has gone down. But he's still there. He can't have gone up much further unless he wins the title. But for me, I'm like, I lost respect for him. But that's just me. The crowd still love him.
No, I agree with you. I may, if I could jump in on that, Dazzler, because against his opponent Punk and an Unreal first boss, me and Dazzler were talking about this.
I might have to join Unreal next time.
You may have to the pre-show.
That's right. 40 minutes,
like podcast. If you need to go to a Patreon subscription, right, to get into Unreal, $3.99. Yeah, bonus. But yeah, we were talking about Roman Reigns and Punk, and certainly we feel this is the main event in night 2. And what, what's the highlight of it? Well, he's one saying that you're old, the other one's punching him because they said he's old. I'm an old man and I'm going to beat you. And they said the other one. I'm thinking, well, this was an easy sell on paper, because for me, if I was Roman Reigns, the story I'd be like, well, what have I been doing? I've been main eventing WrestleManias. I retired The Undertaker. What have you been doing? Look. Let's go to the Tron. See, everyone looks at the Tron.
No. He didn't retire The Undertaker.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. But you know what I mean? So let's go to the Tron. So we go to Tron and we're looking, bang, there's CM Punk getting battered on UFC. Because you can do that now, it's TKO. All right, so you went to UFC.
He would never sign up on it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but so there you are getting banged up on TKO, on UFC. Okay, then what do you do? Oh, there you are. You're hired by Fox. Hired by Fox to be some host on Disney programming, Bill Custer Disney. And then what do? You went to some indie program, wrestled there for a bit, and then you came back here, begging and bleeding. Oh, you're home, you're home, you're home.
But,
easy sell.
Yeah.
But now,
but hang on.
They're talking
But
about
then,
you're old.
let me say to First Boss in a language he understands, because you're ranting too much.
Yeah, you're getting emotional.
Remember when we were younger, right? And people having a feud. Say it's Rock and Austin, for example. So, you know, they're slamming the beers with each other. Just one more fight and you'll be history, all that shit. Well, week to week, whoever got left on our arse, he won that week in the feud or whatever. Now, I don't know what these new feuds are like, but so he calls him old and then CM Punk lays him out. And then he's on the floor going, ha ha. I got punched up, but I'm in his head. Oh, my jaw hurts, but and then on Raw, like Roman Reigns batters him, puts him through the table, bang, all that stuff, and then Punk's on the floor going, no, I don't need help. I'm cool. I've won this week. I've won. I'm in his head. I'm like, hang on. Like, if you went to school where we went to school, if you're on the floor, you didn't win that fight. You didn't win that feud. Like,
imagine that, you've been like, Dazzler, you're right. No, I'm good. I want that one.
Yeah, like, yeah. He punched me up. Yes, I won. Wait, what? So, from where I'm from, what do you mean? Like,
mind games.
So their goal is to get beaten up. And if you get beaten up, means you've won the feud. That means...
Yeah, because you're in their head.
Brock Lesnar is dominating up a family, bruv. Jesus Christ, he's in his head.
That
feud is pathetic, bruv. I don't like this thing.
Wow, that feud is pathetic. Strong words.
It's kind of mad. Like, so I don't know. Did you see when he was laughing on the floor, First Boss, and he's like, "I don't need help. He needs help." Wait, you're holding your ribs. Are they broken? Like, what do you mean? Like, did you win? What's happening?
But the whole thing is, yeah, exactly like that. It's just mad. It's like you're selling.
Remember the old days, you used to cuss them and beat them apart as well.
Yeah, who's going to lose their head? But like you said, how is that winning? How is that an achievement? Like, if you're like, there's no. It depends. If it was like MJF, what was that feud he had where he goes, "If you touch me, you're done." Okay. I can't remember what it was. It was either you don't get the shot or you're fired. You know,
your stipulation.
MJF's winding him up. Go on. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna hit him." It's like, "Oh," and then if he hits him, yes, then you're like, "Yes, I got in his head. Now you're fired, or now I can choose a stipulation."
Even better, in 2010-ish, can't quite remember it, but I think Christian managed to get a stipulation against Randy Orton saying, if you get disqualified in this match,
that's it, then I win the belt.
I win a title. And then he spat in his face and all this stuff, and then Randy just fucking kicked him in the nuts. And he went, and he won the belt. He won the world championship that. So that is
exactly
when you win.
Things like that, fine, I'll accept that, because yes, I got in his head. This, you're like you just said, you got in my... Hold on, I got in his head, but he just smashed me to pieces. I'm finished, and I've won.
Oh, yeah. What a real winner. You're on the floor through a broken announce table. Yeah, you're a winner.
I must admit, sorry, because you brought it to school. I do know what you mean. I didn't get smashed to pieces, but I know there's a listener of the show, I won't say his full name, but JM, there were times at school when, I wound him up so much he wanted to kill me, and he used to come for me, and I did feel like I won then. But he didn't get me.
Okay, there's another one from school, I won't say his full name, but Michael C. Where like the whole class will be doing stuff, and then he'll get sent out because he gets too angry, and then we'll get a base in the back.
Yeah.
We're like, we still won though because we murked the whole class.
I got punched in my back, but I'll take that. But now. Yeah, but that's like who's the real winner?
Doing that to Roman Reigns, not like Kenneth Amber and Michael Daly. That's like not top levelers. Top levelers. It's fine. But they're top level in their class, isn't it? So you're supposed to be like, no, you're top levelers. If you lost the fight, you don't think, I really won. No, it's not the same.
But anyway, it's not about this year's Mania.
Not at all. I think it's interesting. But I think it's interesting. That was the main event. Seth, injuries can't be helped, understand. But the two other guys in that, Reigns and Punk, Dazzler said, Dazzler said Reigns gone down as a miss. Punk's gone up is a hit.
No, I didn't say a miss. Well, personally a miss.
Yeah,
Crowd is still over, so that's
absolutely
just cool.
But then
Punk's gone up.
Yeah, so you're saying Punk's a hit, but then now you've got this feud, which is probably going to end night 2 of Mania, and I think it's fair to say that is a miss so far.
No, it won't be a miss though, because what will happen is the show will turn on Roman Reigns, and it'll be a big shock moment. It'll be fine. You can't say it until the match is ended.
True.
You can't say
that's
that.
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, fine. So, we're now on night 2, and we're gonna steam through.
You got to speed up a bit. Speed up.
We're gonna steamroll for this. So I'm gonna just ask for hit and miss. Okay, hit and miss. So,
cool.
Dazzler. Sorry, not Dazzler. First boss. Io Sky, hit or miss. Okay. Rhea Ripley. First boss.
Hit.
Okay, cool. Dazzler. Drew McIntyre. Damon Priest. Sin City Stream Fight. Drew McIntyre, hit or miss.
Hit.
Okay.
Bear in mind, he's won the title in that year.
Yeah.
By Damien Priest.
Even though he won the belt for Hot Cup of Coffee, miss.
Okay, cool. Right.
What? He's
first
a tag
boss.
team champ.
Yeah, but but where you were then to where you are now, but cool.
Right. First boss. This is the Fatal 4-Way for Intercontinental Championship. Dominic Mysterio, hit or miss.
Oh, massive hit. Massive.
Okay, Bron Breakker, hit or miss.
Yeah, hit, because when he comes back, he's gonna be in a top position
with an asterisk. Yeah.
Oh, Finn Balor.
Oh, this is interesting because I got to pin this one.
I'm gonna go back to my safeguard and say he remains the same. He hasn't gone up, gone down. He's the same.
He's a miss for me.
I think he might come back as a hit.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We don't know.
Penta.
We don't know.
Penta.
Hit.
You got to say hit.
Yeah,
IC champion, bruv.
Okay, fine. This is for
Didn't
Dazzler.
get a TNT title shot. Go on.
Dazzler. This is a singles match. Open challenge. Randy Orton.
Hit. Massive hit.
His opponent.
Hit.
What, Joe Henry?
I believe. Hits. NXT champ, bruv. Are you mad?
I may have to divert that one to first boss. Joe Henry, please. Hit or miss.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, cool.
See, he's someone you didn't know who he is, and now he's NXT champ.
I still
how's
don't.
that up? How's that
You've
up?
gone from WrestleMania fighting Randy Orton to what? NXT? Yeah. Miss all day long.
It's a miss.
Okay, cool. Okay, you don't believe him. It's fine.
All right, first boss. Logan Paul. This was a singles match.
I don't like him.
I love him. I love him. So,
but you have to say, in terms of what was he doing on the card last year?
He had a match against AJ Styles.
His position hasn't. He was in the Chamber. He was in War. Was he War Games?
Yeah.
He was in War Games. He had a prominent position in the Royal Rumble. I think he was in the Final 4 or whatever.
I think he's gone up slightly.
Say he's a miss. You can't say he's a miss. So you have to put him in hit.
Fine. Okay, Dazzler, Lyra Valkyrie.
Miss.
Becky Lynch.
Miss.
Liv Morgan.
Miss.
What? No, you're kind of
Rachel Rodriguez.
Miss.
Okay, that was the penultimate match for night 2.
What was the final one?
Yeah.
So the piss fake for the main event. Six.
First boss. This is the final match, the undisputed World Championship. John Cena, hit or miss?
I mean, come on. Come on.
Well, he's not hit, is he? So...
he won the title there.
Was it a hit or miss?
Great last year.
Great last year. Okay.
Yeah.
It's one of the best runs.
He's gone out.
After Sting.
It's fine. Okay, so miss from me. Cody Rhodes.
He can't go out much more.
I don't agree where he should be right now, right? I don't agree with the
hot take.
I don't. I've said that I don't like him.
So this will be finishing the episode. Carry on.
I don't think he should be, I heard him come on, whose pod was he on? Was it Takers or someone when he went, well, boy, look, listen, if people are going to moan about me being in the main event, then maybe they should stay before TV ends and all this nonsense. I'll shut up, man. At the end of the day, to answer your question, for TV purposes, you have to say it's a hit. But for me, personally, I'm sick of him.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm sick of him. He's in that territory where he needs to turn heel for me. His character's annoying. I'm done with all of that now. I'm done with him. I'm done.
Wow. Interesting.
Still a hit for me.
I wondered, do you know what? Hot take. If he was still in AEW and he was already at that level for me where we were hating him, I think it'd be the exact same thing because this is his personality, to be honest with you.
But it's this whole righteous character, but he does a bit of mad, when he gave Sammy the crossroads and then he comes out of this big rah-rah speech and sick of it.
And he stole his name anyway.
Yeah.
He wasn't the original American Nightmare. That was Dustin's back in the day, but fuck him.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So, that was Mania 41 and No, I think that was interesting. Some hot takes there. One thing I will say is, I feel a year later now, where we're built up to Mania 42, I'm not excited in the slightest. Yeah, I'm not excited in the slightest. But
get that.
Well, we mentioned this the other day. Like, I would have expected the card to be set in stone by now, and we're building to these matches, and we're doing promos on these matches. Not still assembling the card. We shouldn't be doing that at this late stage, in my opinion.
I need
Maybe
time
I'm
to
old
get
school.
excited.
Maybe exactly. I want time to go. Oh, this is Mania. Okay, right.
But
Do you know what? I'm going to book some time off. I'm going to do like right now. I'm like, well, I don't know.
But this is what I find quite interesting with the whole exercise. It's been a year, and there's some people who are even sort of scratch their head thinking, he's not even got a match yet, such as Gunther. You know, you just reminded me, Dazzler, he beat Goldberg. I forgot about that. Totally forgot about that. Beat Goldberg, AJ Styles Senior retired him.
Hang on, no. But AEW, for example, this isn't their Dynasty, isn't their WrestleMania. I don't know what their WrestleMania is really.
Well, Revolution's their reset.
Yeah, but is it though? I thought like
no, their Mania, I would suggest.
All in was like their first, and then I would have thought Double or Nothing maybe, but they're all quite similar levels.
I was going to say, I think Revolution, All In, Double or Nothing, and Full Gear, I think, is the four.
Yeah.
Those are the four, mate. I think they're all equal footing.
I think Wrestle Dream's quite big now. It's only been
that's
going a couple of years.
Your Money in the Bank-ish, like...
No, but that's where, like, Brian Danielson retired, and they do some massive, mad things in that. Anything can happen in these things. But I think, like, so, with Omega winning the other day, which was like... Do you know when you watch a match? Was Roink gone?
I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. You know, like, you were saying last week, you want Omega to win, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to happen with the EVP and that. I got excited thinking about all the possibilities and all this. Yeah. And you never really know who you want to win a match until it starts. When I was watching it, I was like, I was so pissed off when Omega won because I really wanted Swerve to win. That made me realize I wanted Swerve to win. But then, when he had the promo with MJF after,
just about to say that.
The devil versus the god and all that. And this is only 2 weeks away, or whatever it is. You can build something good in 2 weeks. But that's AEW, not WWE.
Of course. I'm not saying...
Yeah, but the foundation helps. You don't have MJF saying to Omega. You don't have MJF saying to Omega, you're old.
No, but also, what I love though is when he said... Because when he beat him before for the record-breaking streak...
Yeah.
In real life, he's like, well, I was only 60 to 80% of what I was. Because that's before he had his operation and went away.
Yeah.
So now it got me believing the kayfabe, like, oh my God, it's the full strength Omega. Can he beat him? Like, they worked me. Like,
Omega. Yeah, listen, I need a Justin Roberts entrance. Yeah. He is
South Carolina.
He is Kenny.
Do you notice first boss? The only thing he spoke about was the entrance again.
What's that?
The entrance. The first thing he spoke about was the entrance again.
Oh, yeah. That's
what he does. Oh, yeah. It's got to be done.
Up to why the promos and the wrestling that's going to happen, he went, oh, no, I need the entrance.
I need a Justin Roberts entrance.
Got to be done.
No, but going back to your point quickly, I hear what you're saying. Don't forget, we just come off a pay-per-view, right? We've just come off Hangman no longer being able to challenge. We've come off Ospreay returning at the pay-per-view. And straight away, we're straight in with Ospreay and Moxley. We're straight in with, we set it up, the main event, MJF.
Yeah, that's true.
Omega, blah-de-blah. These men have had 6 weeks. I can't even
the card's almost set already, isn't it? Like, FTR versus Cage and Cope.
Versus Cope and it's like, we've already...
No, Cage and Cope.
Cage and Cope, and we've got...
Yeah.
We've just come off a pay-per-view, and we've got this already. We're already knowing, this card is going to be sick already.
And why?
And we didn't need a 6 week... The 6 week build didn't need it there.
But you've got the why as well. You know, you've got Cage, saying, listen, you guys power drived, obviously so-and-so, but what's the you power drive me? You power drive me?
Did you see did you watch the Rene Paquette interview?
I watched half of it. I was going to watch the half.
Actually, the long form now.
He's something else, Christian, man. I tell you, he is... This is the best work of his career.
It is, 100%. Yeah. When it's all said and done, and I think
this iteration of Christian Cage,
you can guarantee if I was a betting man, I think their retirement match or some description I think they'll get like a big send off in some description at All In, and they'll probably have a retirement finale at, say, Canada, I reckon.
Why are you talking about
they're
already?
talking about this TLC, aren't they? At some point. So I don't think they'll beat FTR.
Wait, they're retiring? Why are you mentioning that?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know why you're saying retiring, but I think there's a TLC match in it.
Cope said, rumor and innuendo, Cope has sort of said that, it's coming to time. I reckon this will probably be his last year.
They're in their 50s, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
It could be, but...
Could not be. Could be
but
working.
What I'm saying is, I think they'll either retire at TLC because they already said, like, we don't lose TLCs, it's our match, da-de-da, and I think they're the sort that will go out like losing the match
nice
that you
gesture.
could never lose, if you know what I mean, and putting over the Bucks or FTR, one of them, whoever will win it.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to see a TLC with coming. So I don't think they'll beat FTR.
Might do though.
Well, then they might do, and then the Bucks will want a rematch. FTR want a rematch.
And actually, the best way to lose and
triple threat TLC.
Absolutely, and the best way to lose and retire is actually losing the belts.
But I just hope we're talking end of the year, not imminently, because a Cage and Cope run will be very interesting. Very interesting. I want a good run with them.
Yeah, I think.
Hang on. Before we end, just want to get a few bits in there, just on my mind about AEW, about face and heel dynamics. The first one is Speedball, right? Right, so have you been watching them recently? And all these stupid promos is doing like, hey man, Grapple the gutter, Omega, you are my hero. Like proper white meat, make you feel sick things. And you know when he was, like,
I started vomiting.
But it was even more cheesy than that though. It was like so mad. And he was like, hey, after he beat Swerve, he's like, I want to shake your hand because you're a hero. I want the first shot. All this to me. Because if this is just a face, that's insane. But it's screaming to me that you got to turn him heel or something. But would he do good as a heel by himself? And also, as a little side note, I love Rocky Romero's karate impressions. They're too funny. Do you want me to hiya?
Yeah.
Shout out to Rocky Romero. But Speedball, is he turning heel or is he just
on your point? I suppose. Like I think.
What is his story?
Say like 30, 40 years ago, what Ray did, what LA Parker did, Psychosis, all these Juventud Guerrero was a bit like, wow, these Lucha Libre, all these flying and diving. I think what Speedball does now is sadly the norm,
Yes, it is.
And it's a bit like Ricochet.
Ospreay is just the Wicker Express.
Exactly, 100%. So I think Ricochet fell into that trap for a very long time.
Personality, what's happening?
So I think, to your point, when you're doing something that's not unique, what makes you unique? And the uniqueness, if he's just this guy who's just a nice guy, you go, he's just a happy Ricochet guy. Whereas if this guy starts coming out saying stuff or a bit of attitude, like Ricochet, you're intrigued. Instantly, for us fans, we think it's his best work, Ricochet. But he's still doing all the stuff he was doing before.
Well, do you know his best work. I don't think we're ready to have this conversation. Right?
That's probably another episode.
What do you mean?
The controversy that's been surrounding him right now.
Because of that stupid tweet.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake! So what?
He might be done.
Really? No. Is that why he lost the belt?
No.
This came after the.
Yeah, it's after. He apologised off his own back.
He was doing a promo on Dynamite like it was fine and he's come back.
Yeah, but Samantha Irvin was getting death threats and she's deleted Instagram and blah, 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 all that sort of stuff.
Oh, wait, he might be done because he's retiring.
Well, you know what? Like, look, we love Tony Khan, but you know what he's like sometimes when he gets that.
He's a snowflake, isn't he?
The PR machine, we better fire him because the people want him gone. I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see. Hopefully, it'll. But even like Double A was very offended.
Of course he was. He's a snowflake as well. But like, let's call a spade a spade. Tony Khan is a pussyhole, but he's got a great mind for wrestling. That's what I believe. He's not someone I want to have a drink in the pub with. Roink will, cool, but I don't think. Oh yeah, sorry, you DM him all the time, innit? But I can see why he would be like, oh no, shit, just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
But yeah,
so
we're not right.
Ricochet. All right, hang on one. Well, we're going soon. Couple more.
Yeah.
So, I don't understand the Andrade thing. Is he a face? And where does he go from there? And Fletcher and Takeshita. Is Fletcher turning face or what? Is he going to turn him to Takeshita? Quick fire ones.
What did you say?
Andrade's got this thing where he wants to be a face. because they were beating up Darby Allin, and Duncan is a Dom, by the way. I love the way he picked him up and power drafted him the other day. But so is Andrade going face? And if he does, then
where does that leave him in the Don Callis family sort of thing?
He needs a mouthpiece, so he's fucked.
Yeah. I don't think he is. I think they're trying to capitalize on, you know, like even like Ray, when Roink was mesmerized with the trousers coming off, and he's like, "Oh my God, the stud! He's just taking his trousers off." Like Roink was like losing his mind. I think they're just trying to. Oh wow, trying to make
the total package.
Oh my God,
Pause. Yeah, pause. But yeah, I just think I don't think they can turn him face. They can't. He needs to be that smarmy, flashy Mexican.
Yeah, I get it.
Takeshita, on the other hand, I think they're going to turn
face.
He's going to turn. Yeah. If he hasn't turned already, he'll have the full blown turn soon. Booted
how
out
can
the family.
He do it without talking proper English? But I guess he was kind of a face before.
They did it
when he would take
They did it with Nakamura, as Roink has said many times, because he compares.
I guess so. Right. We began 57 odd minutes, so therefore we'll leave it there. Roink is still glitching out. He couldn't wait 3 more minutes, and he's muted his microphone. Right.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Anyway, we will say goodbye for today. Thank you for putting up with Roink's quiz today. This is the Grapple Gurus Late episode. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Tell a friend, tell anyone, please. He's gone. We want the followers, the subscribers, and we appreciate all your support. Thank you very much. For me, the Dazzler, goodbye. First boss, say goodbye.
I'll say goodbye from me and Roink. Goodbye.
And from Roink, fuck Disney. And we hope you enjoyed the show.
Cheers.